Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo, Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa, Hari Vrajakacharya Astatarasata Sri Shrimad, His Divine Grace Srila Bhai Charnaravinda, Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa, Parivrajacharya Astatarasata Sri Shrimad, His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Srila Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, Anantakoti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai, Prem Sagoho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasti Gaur Bhaktavinda Ki Jai, Shri Jayananda Thakur Tirabhavtiti Maha Mahotsava Ki Jai, Shri Shri Gaurnitai Ki Jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Ji Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru, Shri Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Tvaya Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Swami Hare. So I see everyone has pink sheets in their hands. Does that mean we can sing Jaya Nilo Premadhana? Yes? You have a sheet? Can I also suggest, or can I inquire, is it possible devotees can come closer? That would be great. Everyone can come in about 5 or 8 feet, a little closer than that. Don't worry, I'm a vegetarian. Krishna. And Dhruva Prabhu, maybe you can sit near Prabhu in the back because it's inauspicious to sit behind the speaker. Sit next to the speaker so you can hear properly. So today is the most auspicious day of the disappearance day of Srila Jayananda Thakur. Sri Jayananda Thakur Ji ki Jai. Jayananda Prabhu is such a devotee who exemplified in an almost classical manner the process of bhakti from inception to completion when he left his body on May 1st, 1977. Srila Prabhupada instructed that his disappearance day should be celebrated as that of a great Vaishnava. So we're going to sing this song. Actually, it's called Saparashada Gora Viraha Vilap. That's the name of the song. And I'll read the translation first. That personality who delivered the treasure of prema bhakti, who was so intense with compassion, where is such a personality to be found as Sri Acharya Thakur, Srinivas Acharya? Where are the saviors of the fallen souls? Where is my Swarup Damodar? And where are Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami? Where is Raghunath Das to be found? Where are my Raghunath Bhatta and Gopal Bhatta Goswamis? Where am I to find Sri Krishna Das Kaviraj now? All at once they have gone to join Lord Gauranga, the great dancer. To reach such a perfect personality as Lord Chaitanya, I can only break my head against the stone in the anguish of separation. They have all gone off together in their own Leela pastimes. Narottam Das Thakur says, unable to obtain their association, I must simply weep. This one is bigger. Yeah, that's a good idea. You want to trade? Jaya Nilo Premadana Karuna Pracho Jaya Nilo Premadana Karuna Pracho Heno Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Thakur Heno Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Thakur Heno Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Thakur Kahamura Swarup Rupa Kahasanatan Kahamura Swarup Rupa Kahasanatan Kahadasaragu Natha Patita Pahavan Kahadasaragunatha Patita Pahavan Kahamura Bhattayunga Kahakaviraj Kahamura Bhattayunga Kahakaviraj Ekakale kotha gela Goranataraj Ekakale kotha gela Goranataraj Pashane kuti mata Anale possible Pasane kuti mata Anale possible Gauranga Gunera Nidhi Kota Gele Bhavo Gauranga Gunera Nidhi Kota Gele Bhabo Se Sabha Sangira Sange Je Koilo Bilas Se Sabha Sangira Sange Je Koilo Bilas Se Sangha Napaya Kande Narotamadas Se Sangha Napaya Kande Narotamadas Jaya Nilo Premadana Karuna Prachor Jaya Nilo Premadana Karuna Prachor Helo Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Thakur Helo Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Thakur Jaya Jayananda Thakur Jayananda Thakur Jayananda Thakur Jaya Jayananda Thakur Jaya Jayananda Thakur Jayananda Thakur Jayananda Thakur Jaya Jayananda Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Thai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Bol. Shri Jayananda Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jayananda Thakur Tirubhav Titi Maha Mahotsava ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Bol. So someone can collect these sheets from everybody. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 7. Chapter is entitled The Sacrifice Performed by Daksha. Today we are reading text number 46. Please repeat after me. Tvam puragam rasaya mahasukaro. Tvam puragam rasaya mahasukaro. Damstraya padminim varanendro yatha. Damstraya padminim varanendro yatha. Stuyamano nandal Lilaya Yogi Bir. Stuyamano Nandal Lilaya Yogi Bir. Vyujar Hartatrahi Gatra Yagna Kratu. Vyajaharta Trahi Gatra Yagna Kratu. Tvam Pura Gamrasaya Mahasukaro. Dhamstraya Padminim Varenendro Yatha. Stuyamano Nadal Lilaya Yogi Bir. Vyujar Hata Trahi Gatra Yagna Kratu. Tvam Puragam Rasaya Mahasukaro. Damstraya Padminim Varenendro Yatha Stuyamano Nadal Nilaya Yogibir Vijaharta Chai Gatra Yagna Kratuhu. Please chant. Tvampurvam Rasaya Mahasukaro Damstraya Padminim Varenendro Yatha Stuyamano Tvampuragam Rasaya Mahasukaro
Damstraya Padminim Varenendro Yatha
Damstraya Padminim Varenendro Yatha
Tuyamano Nanda Lilaya Yogibir
Tuyamano Nanda Lilaya Yogibir Yujaharta Chaya Gatra Yagna Kratuhu Tvampuragam Rasaya Mahasukaro Damstraya Padminim Varenendro Yatha Tuyamano Nanda Lilaya Yogibir Vijahata Chai Vaishnavis Tvampuragam Rasaya Mahasukaro Damstraya Padminim Varenendro Yatha Stuyamano Nanda Lilaya Yogibir Yujaharta Chai Gatra Yagna Kratuhu Tvampuragam Rasaya Mahasukaro Damstraya Padminim Varenendro Yatha Stuyamano Nanda Lilaya Yogibir Vijaharta Chai Gatra Yagna Kratuhu Tvam You Pura in the past Gam the earth Rasayaha from within the water Mahasukaraha the great boar incarnation Damstraya with your tusk Padminim a lotus Varana Indraha an elephant Yata as Stuyamanaha being offered prayers Nadan vibrating, Lilaya, very easily, Yogi Bihi, by great sages like Sanaka, etc., etc. Vyujaharta, picked up. Trayigatra, O personified Vedic knowledge. Yajna Kratuhu, having the form of sacrifice. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Dear Lord, O personified Vedic knowledge, in the past millennium, long, long ago, when you appeared as the great boar incarnation, you picked up the world from the water as an elephant picks up a lotus flower from a lake. When you vibrated transcendental sound in that gigantic form of a boar, the sound was accepted as a sacrificial hymn, and great sages like Sanaka meditated upon it and offered prayers for your glorification. Purport. A significant word is used in this verse is Trayigatra, which means that the transcendental form of the Lord is the Vedas. Anyone who engages in the worship of the deity or the form of the Lord in the temple is understood to be studying all the Vedas 24 hours a day. Simply by decorating the deities of the Lord Radha and Krishna in the temple, one very minutely studies the injunctions of the Vedas. Even a neophyte devotee who simply engages in the worship of the deity is understood to be in direct touch with the purport of Vedic knowledge, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 15.15. Vaidaischar savar aham eva vedyaha. The purport of the Vedas is to understand Him, Krishna. One who worships and serves Krishna directly has understood the truths of the Vedas. Twampuragam rasalaya mahasukaro damstraya padminim virendro yata stuyamano nadal lilaya yogi bir vyujar hartatrayi gatra yagna kratuhu. Om Jnana Tremendasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Dena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Dena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschachardeshatarane Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So I'm very happy and honored to be here this morning in Sri Radha Gopinath Mandir here in Sydney, Australia. This is my first visit to Australia. This is my first time in Sydney, and this is my first day that I'm having the opportunity to have the beautiful darshan of Sri Radha Gopinath. And I feel tremendously blessed. I've heard the story of how Srila Prabhupada personally carried the deities with him here to Sydney, and I can see why he carried them. And I've seen pictures of the deities before. I've been here in Sydney in the suburbs for the past few days and visited many devotees' homes, and I see many of them have beautiful pictures of Sri Radha Gopinath in their homes. But Sri Radha Gopinath in person is just another level, is so transcendently beautiful, cute and sweet deities. Haribol. Sri Radha Gopinath Ji Ki Jai. And I'm happy we'll be celebrating their, I think, 52nd or 53rd appearance day in just a few days on Thursday. I'm excited for that. That will be a wonderful festival. And before I begin to speak today, I seek the blessings of all the devotees that are present, and I can speak for my own purification and something of value from the teachings of Srila Prabhupada and our beloved acharyas. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So we're reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 7. Chapter is entitled The Sacrifice Performed by Daksha. And today we're reading text number 46. And in this text today, we are hearing the continued prayers of the Brahmanas, who are only part of a collection of many, many personalities who are offering prayers to the Supreme Lord Vishnu, who has at last appeared in the successful completion of the Daksha's yajna. So the Lord has appeared, and devotees are offering prayers, and the Brahmanas are offering prayers. And today's prayer, the Brahmanas are explaining how the Lord has appeared in the past in the beautiful avatar Shukara Rupa in the form of the boar incarnation, which is described in detail in the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So the Lord descends many times, actually anadi rupam, an unlimited number of incarnations are there. As many waves as there are on the ocean, there are so many incarnations of the Lord. It's ananta, it's unlimited. And the Lord descends for specific purposes, as the Lord mentions in the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 4, text number 6 and 7. Please repeat after me. Yada yada hi dharmasya, yada hi dharmasya, glanir bharati bharata, glanir bharati bharata, abhyutanam adharmasya, abhyutanam adharmasya, tadatmanam shrujamyaham, tadatmanam shrujamyah, paritranaya sadhunam, paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha duskritam, vinashaya cha duskritam, dharma samstapanataya, dharma samstapanataya, sambhavami yuge yuge. So the Lord says, whenever there is a decline in religious principles and a corresponding rise in irreligion, at that time I descend myself, paritranaya sadhunam, to give pleasure to my devotees, vinashaya chaduskritam, to kill the demons, and dharma samstapanataya, to establish religious principles. These are the reasons for the Lord's descent in this world. And then in the form of the boar incarnation, actually deity was having some relations with her husband Kasyapa Muni that were at an inappropriate time. And as a result, she conceived 2 children, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. And they were great demons, although she also had the blessing that her grandchild would be a great devotee of the Lord. Does anyone know who her grandchild would become? Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. So Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they were in the womb, and they were powerful demons. Why they were so powerful? Because originally they were in the spiritual world with Vishnu. They were Jai and Vijay, the gatekeepers of the spiritual world. So very, very powerful personalities. They were cursed by the 4 Kumaras to take birth as demons. So there they are in the womb of Diti. And do you think they're just chilling out in the womb? No, already they begin causing mischief from even within the womb. From in the womb, all the universe was darkened, and the demigods were saying, what happened to the sun? Where's my vitamin D? How can I get some sun, some light? I can't even read the Bhagavatam. There's no light. So even in the womb, they caused the entire universe to go dark. And then when they took birth, they caused so much havoc. So the first one to take birth was Hiranyaksha, and the second one was Hiranyakashipu, because Hiranyakashipu was the elder brother, and the elder brother comes out last because he's inserted first, right? That makes him older. So Hiranyaksha, the younger brother, still so powerful demon, he caused so much disturbance within the universe, and by his shenanigans, he caused that the Earth planet would become disassembled and disassociated from its orbit and descend into the nether regions of the lower planetary systems, Patala Loka. Abrahma Bhuvana Loke, Abrahma Bhuvana Loke, Punar Arvartino Juna, Punar Arvartino Mamu Pecha tu Konteya, Mamu Pecha tu Punar Janmana Vidyate, Punar Janmana Vidyate. 8th chapter Bhagavad Gita, text number 6, Krishna says that from the lowest planetary system to the highest planetary systems, all are places of repeated birth and death. But one who comes to my planet, my abode, never takes birth again in this material world. So the Earth planet in the middle planetary systems was cast down into the lower planetary systems. It was submerged. And Bhudevi, the Earth planet deity, was in great distress, as I'm sure all the inhabitants were in great distress. How would we all feel if a great tsunami just came over the ocean and washed the whole temple and we're underwater like bloop, 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 bloop. So this was a condition of everyone in the planetary system, in the ocean. So what happened was the Lord took the form, Shukara Rupa, of Lord Varahadev. Shri Varahadev Bhagavan Ki Jai. So the Lord took the form of a gigantic boar. So this is amazing. Sometimes people are amazed at how can God have a form? How can he have these different, how can God be a cowherd boy? How can God become angry as Lord Nrsingadev? How can God become angry? And then Srila Prabhupada replied to that person, why should God not become angry? God is infinite. He can do whatever he wants. And sometimes people say, the Lord has, there is a God, there is a spiritual force, but he has no form. He has no legs, he has no arms, he has no eyes, he cannot see, he cannot taste. And Prabhupada said this is just covered atheism. This, at least the atheists, they admit the Lord has no, there is no Lord. But the impersonalists, they say there is a Lord, but he doesn't have any form. So they're just saying that actually he doesn't exist. It's just a covered form of atheism. So this is the wonderful power of the Lord. He's fully potent. He's omnipotent. He's Sat Chit Ananda. He has the Sat, eternity, knowledge, Chit, Vigraha, he has a form. So the Lord has a form, and the Lord has Ananta Rupa, unlimited forms. And one form is of this boar. So it's just so amazing, because the boar is considered one of the most abominable creatures. Prabhupada gives the example that you can put halava in front of a person and the person will enjoy the halava. But if you put halava in front of the boar will reject it. The boar prefers to eat stool. But the person eating halava is not going to want to eat stool, generally. Although in this day of Kali Yuga, things are getting so degraded, who knows what is going to come next on the grocery store shelves, right? But anyway, the boar form has these tusks. So the Lord wanted to recover the earth planet from the nether regions of Patalaloka. So the boar jumped into the ocean and was swimming down to save the earth. And that time, there was a confrontation with Hiranyaksha, who was saying, "Why are you disturbing me and my activities? I put the earth here, so you cannot challenge me. You cannot contest against me." And then Varahadev said, "Who are you? You are like a dog. I will destroy you." And then the demon Hiranyaksha took his mace and attacked, and there was a big fight between Varahadev and Hiranyaksha. And in the end, Varahadev disarmed Hiranyaksha, and with a simple slap to the face, the Lord killed Hiranyaksha. Shri Varahadev Bhagavan Ki Jai. So in this way, we see that the Lord is fulfilling his mission of Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Cha Duskritam. He's killing the demons. And this also gives pleasure to the devotees, because much chitta much gata prana, much chitta much gata prana, bodhayantas parasparam, bodhayantas parasparam, katayantas cha mam nicham, katayantas cha mam nicham, tu shanti cha ramanti cha, tu shanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell always in me. Their lives are fully surrendered to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So these leelas of the Lord give us this opportunity to discuss the Lord's pastimes. In the purport today, Srila Prabhupada speaks about the importance of deity worship, worshiping the form of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada says that anyone who engages in the worship of the deity or the form of the Lord in the temple is understood to be studying all the Vedas 24 hours a day. So our pujaris are very fortunate, and I humbly suggest to all of our congregational devotees who live in Sydney that they should take advantage of this wonderful opportunity to come to the temple and engage in the worship of Sri Radha Gopinath. Jai, Sri Radha Gopinath Ki Jai. Because if they engage in the worship of the deity, it's the equivalent of studying all the Vedas 24 hours a day. Now, some of us, we have difficulty spending a lot of time reading Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada wanted us to read our books, and deity worship is not a substitute for reading books. However, it's a wonderful supplement, because by worshiping the deity, all the importance of the Vedas are revealed to us. Sarvasya chaham ridi sanyavisto, sarvasya chaham ridi sanyavisto, matasmitir jnanam aponam cha, matasmitir jnanam aponam cha, vedaischa sarvar aham eva vedyo, vedaischa sarvar aham eva vedyo, vedanta krit vedavid eva chaham, vedanta krit vedavid. Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hriddhi. Hriddhi means heart. Sanyavistaha. I am situated in everyone's heart. Mata smitir gnanam mapornam cha. From me comes knowledge, remembrance, forgetfulness. Mata smitir gnanam mapornam cha. Vedais char savar aham eva vedyo. By me all the Vedas are to be known. Vedanta krid Vedavid eva chaham. I am the compiler of the Vedanta and the knower of the Vedas. So this knowledge is revealed to us through the worship of the deity. This is realization. Srila Prabhupada wanted to create brahmanas in ISKCON, those with the qualities of brahmanas, not just those with a 2 paisa Brahmin thread, like the rickshaw wallahs sometimes have. So the qualities of the brahmanas, Shamo Dhammas Tapasho Cham, Shamo Dhammas Tapasho Cham, Shantir Arjavam Eva Cha, Shantir Arjavam Eva, Jnanam Vijnanam Astikyam, Jnanam Vijnanam Astik, Brahma Karma Swabhavajam. So the brahmanas have jnana and vijnana. They have knowledge and realization. Knowledge means you go to the Govinda's restaurant. They give you the menu. You see all the different preparations. Oh, samosas, Haribol. And then you order the samosa and it comes. Do they have samosas here in the Govindas? It's a yes or no question. You don't go to Govindas? No, they don't have. What do they have? Okay, we'll use the salad example. They look on the menu and they see salad. Okay? Everyone got a little frozen there with the samosas. Pakoras, okay. Okay, so pakoras are there. So, but we don't have realization of what is actually pakora until we get the pakora on our plate and then we begin to. My mother told me, chew with your mouth closed, but it doesn't make noise in the mic. So the pakoras come, we taste the pakoras, that's the actual realization. So we read and we hear about bhakti, but actually bhakti means that we must perform devotional service. We must engage in the activities of devotional service. And worshiping the deity gives a wonderful opportunity to engage in the service of the Lord. And just yesterday, I was hearing about how Lord Nrsingadev, the deity, was installed in Mayapur. And when the deity was actually brought in 1986 to Mayapur and installed, the main installation, as Srila Prabhupada desired, was through the chanting of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kaler dosha nidhe rajan, Kaler dosha nidhe rajan, Asti heko mahan gunan, Asti heko mahan, Kirtanadyeva Krishnasya, Kirtanadyeva Krishna, Mukta Sangam Param Vrajad. So the greatest activity in this age of Kali is the worshipping of the holy name, this Harinam Sankirtan. And by this process, Sri Sri Radha Gopinath is pleased, Sri Sri Gaur Nitai is pleased, Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra are pleased, and Jayananda Thakur of today is his disappearance day. He would be very, very pleased to worship Jagannath and prepare Rathayatra festivals for him. He would do so much to arrange the Rathayatra festivals for Lord Jagannath. He would personally go to all the different vendors and merchants in town to take donations. He would go to the fruit market and get so many fruits. And there was one fruit vendor named Banana King Louis. So Banana King Louis, he had the biggest banana stock, and he would give a truckload of bananas for every Rathayatra for distribution. And he would go and get the permissions from all the officials. And whenever the Rathayatra was finished, he would personally bake cakes and pies and deliver them to the donors and the government officers who gave him their permissions. Now, Jayananda Thakur, he had a disease, I believe it was leukemia, which is a blood cancer, and very, very painful. And his parents, his relatives, gave him a large sum of money, some $5,000 or $10,000 US, for a leukemia cure. And Jayananda Prabhu, he took that money and he gave it to Srila Prabhupada, and he had said, Srila Prabhupada, please print your books with this money. Shri Jayananda Thakur ki jai. So Jayananda Thakur, he was brought into the hospital in Los Angeles, and he started having kirtan in the hospital and all engaging the doctors and the nurses. And he was getting ready to leave his body. And before he left his body, he took whatever money he had and he ordered wood to build the Rath Yatra cart for the Los Angeles Rath Yatra. The next morning, during the time of the Mangalartik, during the Brahma Muhurta, one of the pujaris had an inspiration and brought one of the malas of Sri Sri Rukmini Dwarkadish to Jayananda. And he reached there, and just as he reached there, Jayananda Prabhu left his body and he garlanded Jayananda with the garland of Sri Sri Rukmini Dwarkadish. Sri Jayananda Prabhu ki jai. Later that day, a big truck arrived and started unloading wood and lumber. And devotees said, what is this? And they said, this is Jayananda Prabhu's last gift. He had ordered the wood for the Rath Yatra cart before he left. So the wood was brought and the big Rath cart was built and the celebration of Jagannath Rath Yatra took place. Shri Jagannath Rath Yatra ki jai. Jayananda Prabhu ki jai. So Srila Prabhupada loved Jayananda so much. So one time Jayananda Prabhu was sitting with devotees in the Bhagavatam class in Los Angeles, and Jayananda Prabhu was sitting in the back and he kept falling asleep. And devotees went to wake him up, and Prabhupada said, don't wake him up. He does more service than 4 of you combined. Let him take rest. Because Jayananda's mood was he was always busy doing some seva. He was always under some car, fixing the car. He was always cleaning the temple, taking out the trash, washing the pots. Even as a temple president, he always used to do these things. In the early days, he maintained the temple in San Francisco single-handedly as a taxi driver, supporting all the devotees. And he would give Bhagavatam class sitting and in his pants and shirt and then go and do the work. And he was just so transcendental. And he loved prasadam. Whenever he would have prasadam, when he finished prasadam, he would always say the same mantra. He would say, this is the best prasadam I ever had. Every time he would say that. He loved prasadam. And one time he was going with other devotees for a prison preaching program. So they filled up the van with Simply Wonderfuls and other prasadam. And they were driving to the prison. And as they were getting closer, Jayananda asked the devotee, let me try one Simply Wonderful. So they gave it to him. And he ate the Simply Wonderful. Let me try another. Let me try another. And by the time they reached, he had eaten all of the prasadam. And devotees were shocked. How could he eat all the prasadam? What about the prisoners? And then they reached the gates of the prison, and the guards said, we have to check your vehicle. There's no food allowed in the prison. So Jayananda just laughed. He knew it was a transcendental trick that he got to honor all this prasadam. So after he left his body, the next year Rath Yatra was going on, and a different devotee went to get the permissions. So they went to a government officer, and she received them very nicely. And she said, where is that Johnny Ananda? Where is that Johnny Ananda? He comes every year for the permissions, and every year he brings me such a beautiful cake. And he's the nicest person. And then they said, actually, he left his body, he left this world. And she began to cry. And she said, he was the nicest person I ever met in my entire life. And this is the quality of the devotee. Dira adira. He's Priya, Karo. He's Priya. He's dear to the gentle and the ruffian. So devotee is dear to everyone. So especially Jayananda Prabhu is dear to Srila Prabhupada. And he left his body today, May 1st, 1977, the same year that Srila Prabhupada left this world. Of course, he left a few months earlier. And Srila Prabhupada gave the instruction to all of us that every year his disappearance day should be observed on the Vaishnav calendar, and we should glorify him and remember this wonderful devotee, Srila Jayananda Thakur. Srila Jayananda Thakur ki jai. So we're out of time. There's no time for questions and answers, but you wanted to say something, I can see by your face, no? Sure? You look like you wanted to say something. Yeah? No, that's okay. Okay. All right, so if anyone wants to ask me any questions or have discussion after the class, I'm here for some time. We can discuss. And but I want to let devotees go because it's 9 o'clock and some may want to take prasadam. So anyone who wants to go, please proceed. Maybe you have your important services. But I see devotees don't look like they're in a hurry to leave, huh? But I'll officially end the class here and then I'll take some questions, answers, discussion. And if anyone wants to go, please proceed. I won't be insulted at all, okay? Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And before you go, if anyone goes, I have some Nasinga oil from Mayapur distributing. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama.